All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
First carry for Kenyon Drake, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And a stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now on first down, Drake again. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Devin McCourty brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Stills the intended target, and it's third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Tannehill keeps on the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So the Patriots coming out now. They'll start the drive with a give to White. Good move at the 30. And an alley to run. The 40. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that'll make this a 6-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. Take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Tannehill. Sliding out of the pocket. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run with Drake. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Tannehill. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. 30. Now it's Tannehill. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Patriots take over. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to look deep for Adel. He's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 20.
Now Tannehill. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, 20.
Tannehill now to throw. He goes underneath the Drake. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Drake. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Hey, 20. Target. Play.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ready? Let's go, get set.
Tannehill hands to Drake. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Let's go. Here we go, here we go. Let's go. Deep. Tiger.
Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
On the give, this is Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up the 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Now a handoff for Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. We out.
Back to throw, Tannehill. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Running, it's Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. They can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Newton on first down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
20.
So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Dancing to his left. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Newton now to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. They fake the give. Newton. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Play action. It's Newton. That is caught. will take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. Throwing again is Newton. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And it work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Right back to Drake. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side him, he's got a man. It's Drake. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
This is fielded at the 7. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Let's go.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And an alley to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back now in Foxborough.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jake Ryan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Let's rock now.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And this one is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake. Only able to make it to the 15 after the nice move. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Step, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From his goal line here, Tannehill. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. Fielded at the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays. They're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Michelle. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go. Gun. 6 man.
Here's White. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Newton to throw. He's got Evans. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. The return man is Grant. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll get it to Drake, running left. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a carry for White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Newton. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! That boy's got 4 down.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New England, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Redskins come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.